What is up? It's your boy, the Canologist. And I know what you guys are thinking. It's gonna be like, yo, where was this guy this whole time? And the last 2 days, it's been weird. So I accidentally wiped my MacBook. I wiped my MacBook by accident, and pretty much I lost everything on my computer. And now I'm back. I'm back to solve these problems. So we're still on the HTTP servers course. Oh yeah, speaking of, stare at the screen. I gotta get my tablet real quick. In the meanwhile, let me just do a quick inventory of steel bars. Okay. Let's figure it out. I added like a bunch of new shit to this MacBook. It's like options removed from dock. I just want the essentials on my dock. That's why I don't want to have anything that's non-essential to the dock. The other thing is, let's go back to here. I like how these new icons and layout. Look at the new trash can icon. Just fine. So we're at create a chirp now. API needs to support standard CRUD operations for chirps. A chirp is just a short message that a user can post to the API. So we're doing some sort of post request. Add a post handler. Accepts a JSON payload with a body field. Okay. Let's start at the end. I want to create a endpoint first. So I'm going to create another post endpoint. Create chirp. And this is probably going to be mux handle as well. Then this is going to be post. We have to specify the type of request. It's going to be a post request to the API and to chirps. This is going to be the endpoint. Now I have to specify some sort of handler. Add a post API handler. It accepts a payload with a body field. Body user ID. So it's probably going to be API CFG, API config, because it's part of the API. Notice how the thing that's not part of it, oh wait, this one has handler validate chirp. So it's going to be API CFG, and I want to name it handler create chirp. I'm going to follow the same format that it uses for user, so I'm going to save that. Then I will now define this here, so it's going to be func handler creates chirp. It's going to have all the same shit that this has. So I'm going to take this, put it in here. Let's check up on my steel bars. I think I'm really close to leveling up as well. So pretty much take that, build up the bars again. I'm really close. Okay, it's 1K. So at the end of this inventory, I should level up. I expect to, at least. Okay, add a handler to this, accepts a chirp, payload. So I need to somehow map this. We got SQL queries, schema, users. I'll probably need to do something like this for chirps as well. User ID, so who did it and the body of the chirp. Users truncate for users, so deleting. These are the models. File system on VS Code, folders, structure, tree folder structure on VS Code. Here's how the tree structure works in VS Code. Root folder. Setting. File preferences, Control H, indent. One sec, I'll probably have to get more bars. Wait, did I not level up from this? Oh, really close. It's about 10 or 12. No, it's about 16. It's Command Shift P. There we go. This is what I want. Compact folders. Explorer compact folders. And this is pretty much it. Now I could see the actual flow of the file structure here. So handle create user, it takes a struct, so it somehow maps stuff to here. So I gotta map a chirp. So what I'll do here is this, and then I'll move this here. Here I'll look at main go as well. Here I'll look at main go as well. Close that, so I have two open, and then for this one I'll look at this portion, which is the handle create user. I'm going to follow the same type of structure to set up the create chirp, because we're both sending post requests that create things. So I need to now create a payload. So this is going to be type. Create chirp params struct, and then there's email string. This one's gonna be body user ID. Body. Oh shit, I'm already out of bars. Let me get some more bars then. Oh, I forgot to take a lactase. Fuck. I drank protein powder, and something to do with the whey really makes my stomach upset. So I usually take it with a lactase, so that way I don't get like digestive or I feel bloaty and shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is basically here. We're at JSON body, handler create chirp, handler validate chirp, body string body. Yeah, see, this has multiple things here, but this is created outside. This is user response, which is fine. This handler create chirp is going to be within the object or the function, and then I'm going to have to create a user ID. So handle create chirp, I create some sort of mapping, and now I need to take this, because this could be writing the request. Handler, it accepts a JSON payload with a body field. So now I create this, and then I created an instance of this, and then decode write. So let's look at other examples here that have it. Varp create. So this is going to be because this is parameters. Create chirp params. So now I have an instance of this that I want to get the payload for. It's going to be pretty much the same as creating a user, because now I have to decode. So now I go if. It's all going to follow the same structure. Let me just check how many bars I got. Okay, let's finish this fucking batch. I just want to get 70 smithing. By any means necessary. And this is a doubling money method, so like I don't mind making steel bars because the time spent actually increases my bank balance. And it's a skill I can passively train. So JSON new decoder. We want to get the message. So P body. And then respond with the error. Bad request return. I could do the exact same thing. So I just take this as is. Just put that there. And then this is going to be C for chirp. But now I need to somehow create this in here. So delete the endpoint API validate chirp. Was I using this? No, this is handle create user. Delete the API validate chirp. But port all that logic into this one. Users should not be allowed to create invalid chirps. If the chirp is valid, you should save it in the database with ID created at updated at body, user ID. It should reference the ID of the user who created the chirp. Cause user's chirp to be deleted. You'll need a new updown migration for this table. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So we're pretty much doing all the same stuff. This is ported logic. This is ported logic. I could even just call this parameters. Because it's just a generic request response. And it wants me to delete that old endpoint. Okay. As a params body, We port this logic here to validate. That's fine. Profanities and all this shit for cleaning up the body. Because this creates a chirp, this validates the chirp, so that's all fine too. Clean body, JSON map string, clean body. But now we just need user ID, create an update. So technically, now that I have all the logic from here and it's ported, I could delete this in theory. Queries user response, created at updated at email, respond with JSON. This is all new. I just have to add the user ID now. It validates the chirp while creating it all in one. Now I need to generate the response once I have this. So user ID. I'll probably need to decode that as well. Let's see, one sec, let me just open ChatGPT real quick. Okay. I'm just thinking, okay, now that I've ported all the logic in there, added this, have the clean body, save this, I can now even go to my validate chirp and delete this. I no longer need this because now I have a create chirp. I did this. Okay. ID created, update that body, and then user ID. Does this have a user ID? And then I'll put body here as clean body. Oh, okay, so let's go to user. response. Let's create a response based on this. I don't know if I also need to decode the user ID because I decoded Peabody. I should also technically decode the user ID. So let's take this, put it in boots. Imported it into the handler create chirp. Function. What is missing? Few questions to help you spot the gaps. Okay, one sec. Let's get some more of this. Well, we're getting close to 30 minutes though, so let me just get another inventory. And we will continue this in the next video because I don't want to go like super long into this and then not like actually get a result. I want to break this up until we get to the final piece. So let me know your thoughts, like, comment, subscribe. We will be back.